Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Pucker's New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
What is up, everybody? We are the Uncle Puckers. I'm Chris with Tim Wood, and we are back at home. And Tim, this is seriously a Jekyll and Hyde team between home and away. Devils come off with a 4-3 win. They survived it. That's the best way I could put it. Couple. Maybe I'd give first half of the game to the Devils, second half to the Wings. But that was a fun game. It was a violent game. It was a very physical game. It was a ton of fun. I want your thoughts on it. A lot to get into tonight. So
yeah, it's just they needed to find a win. They needed to find 2 points. Like great, like you said, great first half-ish of the game. Maybe more of the first period than anything. The second period was kind of until about the halfway through. Then Detroit just took over, man, and we were just holding on for dear life. But win's a win. I don't like that. I don't know if any of these particular goals were like Markstrom's fault necessarily, but like I just hate that every time he starts, I'm like holding on to my fucking cheeks. Like I'm still puckered up from that last minute, but he made some huge fucking saves.
Beautiful saves. Some big saves.
Yeah. That that entire third period was just failed clear after failed clear after failed clear. Luke holding on to the puck too long. Fucking Nemec holding on to the puck too long. Just sending up the boards. Their defenseman keeps it in and gets right back in. It's just like it was so fucking frustrating. But you know what? We take those. Ben Sherratt, or whatever the fuck his name is. I'm going to hire a hitman for him. That was a joke.
Okay.
That was a joke. It's a joke, everyone. I know we're from New Jersey, but we don't actually really do that. I went to boarding school, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, if anyone came up to me and asked for any information on that, I really wouldn't even know where to send you.
I tell them to go look for wet work on Craigslist, but be careful what kind of wet work you go for.
Somebody at my work, real quick, like somebody at my work, it was one of my bosses was shocked that I never fired a gun. I was like, I've never fought. He's like, how do you mean you never fired a gun? Why would I? Like I don't hunt. Like what? I live on the beach. What do you mean? Why would I have a gun? Like I just doesn't. I have no use for one. And he found it completely crazy.
Dolphins. I don't know.
Right. I just I don't hunt. What the hell do I need one for?
I don't know. A lot of people like the gun ranges.
I agree. I want to get one for that, but again, like shocked out of his mind that I never fired a gun.
My dad was a big gun guy. He had a huge collection and always around guns growing up. So I don't know. Whatever. But anyway,
get a whole bunch.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start? I want to start with the first period. I thought the first period was fantastic. I really did. I thought we played a very good game, solid. Then I'd like to move into the fact that Andre Palat stinks and shouldn't be on this team anymore. And no, I'm just whatever. I mean, I want some thoughts. I mean, this was a Cody Glass coming back. He definitely solidifies the middle of that ice, and that was huge tonight. But Detroit, like you said, like I know we played a couple of physical games with them last year, but this was like for some reason we don't like them. They don't like us. And I don't understand really why.
I don't know. There's just something. There's
pissed off about 95.
those motherfuckers weren't even born yet.
I know.
I actually did have a World War II Luger, Stephen Engel. My grandfather got out the German guy that he killed.
Oh, I remember that story. That's a cool story.
It's pretty cool. And my dad had a few from Vietnam, from
Very
Charlie's.
Cool.
But so first period was great. We were doing, funneling pucks to the front of the net. 2 deflection goals. Great to see Cody Glass getting the board, getting back into form. If he played all day, he's on a 30-goal pace. If he played all 82 games, But it's all good
Shouldn't
to
we
see
sit him
Timo
a
scoring
game?
again.
Shouldn't we sit him every other game? Because
Right?
his game back, he always scores. So he's guaranteed 41 at least.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. But who knew that Cody Glass was the glue guy this whole time?
He's the
You know,
linchpin.
yeah, this is like a certain podcaster said all summer that the 3C is probably one of the most important positions on the team.
I don't really listen to too many podcasts,
Yeah,
but
who could have said that?
I do. All right, everybody.
Yeah, all right. I'm taking a
There you
fucking
go.
victory lap
I
because
know you are, and I gave you a round of applause
thank you,
for it.
thank you.
You know,
If Bob was here, I would have gone right over his head. So it's fine.
I do want to talk about what the heck did I want to talk about before you went and self-sucked for 10 minutes there.
I don't know. I'm still kind of reeling from the end of that game. So Ben Sherratt, you saw this. They showed the replay after the fact, but I saw it in real time, where he fucking jabbed Nemec in the
Yeah,
ribs twice, like with his butt end. That is like really fucking dirty. My D partner in college, he he got something like that to his kidneys, and it basically blew up his kidney, and
no
couldn't
shit.
play hockey ever again after that. So I'm pretty sensitive to those types of things. I mean, they happen, but I don't know. From the drop of the puck, man, like Nico getting blown up in the first minute, the way you could see that from the camera angle, where you just saw his face crunch up
Yeah.
against the dash. I was like, oh fuck, he's done.
There's a concussion. He's gone. And I was saying that to my wife. I'm like, this team is not going to survive without Jack and Nico here. He better come back.
No.
But Nason taking the initiative and going after him. I like that.
I would have liked to have seen someone on the ice at the time jump him immediately, but
he was in the penalty box.
Who?
The dude for the boarding. So he was in the. So as soon as he came out of the box,
No,
when
right.
The
second.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Before all that, yeah.
But
yeah.
like, I don't know. Maybe guys aren't looking or didn't notice that it
right.
like happened. You know, there's a lot of things that can go on. But like, he got a breakaway right after that. Then Markey stopped. You know, and I really, you know, we're stuck with Markstrom. We're not getting any new goalies. This is what we're getting. We need him to play some semblance like this. You know,
I think he was.
I think he was above 900. Like, I don't really, like I said, I don't really put any of the goals on him. The first one, you know, maybe he catches that, but the way these guys shoot these days, like just stopping it from there is about as good as it's going to get. They're all kind of net mouth scrambles. I got to say, Dougie and Siegenthaler had a fucking hell of a game in the defensive zone. They were pretty rough together.
They were.
But the whole team wasn't great, you know, from the second middle of the second on.
You know, if you look at that first period when they were successful and they scored 3 goals, and especially on those 3 goals, right? They were decisive on everything they did, right? The pucks were off their sticks, guys were in front of the net. They were just doing everything fast and precise. And the Devils are a really hard team to beat when they're clicking like that, but they get away from that. And I don't know if it's the other team, but I'm tending to think that it's us just not doing that for a full 60. And we get lax and we don't give a ton of effort and we get too cute sometimes. But when they are strong on the boards, they can win and all 4 lines were doing it in the first period. But like, take the goals. Nobody dusted the old phrase, you know, dusted it off. It just was right off their stick.
Yep.
And bodies were in front. And how many times are they taking it, you know, dilly-dallying around, trying to make a pass? Now, when they are decisive and quick and use that speed, they're a very hard team but they just get away from it. And like, just this inability to clear the zone. I don't watch every other team play every game. Like we watch the Devils play every game,
right?
But I don't see that. Maybe I would, but it's like every single night they are just caved in their own zone, and it gets comical with them trying to get the friggin' puck out.
And it's like they fall apart after one failed clear, because one failed clear happens, then they're running all over the goddamn place. And then it's just like, you know, you might as well play like the Benny Hill music in the background, because it's, you know, they're just like scrambling around, and Markstrom's swimming, then he's on his stomach, and then he's fucking all over the place. And honestly, like, one of the things that didn't happen tonight is like that happened a few times. but like those would have gone in like
Definitely.
last week, and hopefully we've kind of turned the corner and that sort of bend but don't break. And Markstrom made some good stops. But
Markstrom
yeah,
was great in the last minute too. 2 minutes.
inconsistent effort. But that's what he's good at. It's just like those innocuous dumb goals that you're just like, man, what the fuck are you doing? That he's just got to cut out of his game. Yeah,
Well,
like
they're
the Brinkat's first goal, like Dougie and Siegenthaler are just watching Kane shoot and just letting DeBrincat go skate right to the
I was
slot,
going
like
to
right
ask
to
you
the
about
crease.
that.
And, yeah,
Now that's Siegenthaler moves up on DeBrincat. I mean, it moves up on Kane and DeBrincat. At that point, though, is it just everything's happening so fast it doesn't really matter, or is that supposed to be Hamilton coming over to take out Kane, or was Siegenthaler supposed to stay with Kane? Like, or I'm just curious. Like,
Dougie should take Kane, but give Markstrom a clear lane to see the puck.
gotcha.
So that's kind of what he did. Siegenthaler's got to stay with DeBrincat for any potential rebound. Like if you're going to give the goalie a clear lane to shoot, especially Markstrom, who kicks out a lot of rebounds,
Then
you
you
got
got
to
to
pick
take
up
out
the
the front.
guys. You got to clean up the trash in front. I mean, that's what's got to happen. And look, it happens when we're caving teams in. It happens to them. Like they're failing to clear the puck.
Right.
So it does happen. And I feel like we have a devil's lens on where we're seeing it to our team. Like, why the fuck can't you do this? The Devils do try to operate with a little bit more possession and a little bit more of a rush game. And honestly, like it's kind of like sometimes you just can't do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they got through tonight. I mean, we didn't even touch on the Philadelphia game, and we'll talk. I mean, I guess it was probably a good thing that we didn't record after that, because I think we were both pretty furious and
we shouldn't share our text chains of everybody.
No, definitely not. But they have a somewhat favorable schedule in this next couple weeks or so. I would say right on through into the holidays. Some tough games come, but the next week, let's say. So they got St. Louis next. All right, St. Louis is not playing well. You're at home. You should win that game. Absolutely should win that game. Then you're going to Buffalo on Friday. So the day after Thanksgiving. For some reason, I always feel like the Devils never, ever play well the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I got to go back and look at, but for some reason, I feel like not only that, we get our asses kicked. And Buffalo's been playing really, really good. They can score.
They just beat Carolina, right?
Beat Carolina handily.
Yeah.
So if you think you're going to go in there and get the effort that you got from Buffalo in the past, that's not going to happen. Then you got a rematch game. Now you got back-to-backs, Friday and Saturday. So now you're coming off Thanksgiving, you're hitting Buffalo, then you're coming back home and you're playing the Flyers. That's got to be your revenge game. You've got to get that one back. I mean, you cannot. What was it? 3 goals in 1.5 seconds or something like that. It was
46, I think it was. But
it's disgusting.
Embarrassing. That was an outrageous meltdown that no professional team should ever go through. And I think it was the quickest 3 goals against or the 5th quickest 3 goals against in the history of the league. That was just a bad combination of shitty play with shitty play and shitty goaltending. And it's just, and everything felt great. Timo got us on the board first with that power play goal. And then it's amazing how quickly shit can fall apart, even against a team like the Flyers. That's why you just always need to be dialed. You need to always be dialed in. Like, we kind of took our foot off the gas pedal tonight. And that's what happens. You just get absolutely fucking bombarded with shots.
You're 1,000% right. They've got to get better at just maintaining offensive zone pressure. Tonight there were a lot of, but when in the first, I would say the first half of the game, they were getting the puck in, they were forechecking good, they were keeping it on their stick in the offensive zone and getting opportunities. And Detroit's a good team though. You got to give them credit too.
They have some good, like their power play kind of scares me a little bit. They have good players that are good on the power play, like that DeBrincat, Raymond, Kane. Like those are all like power play specialists.
Larkin's an unbelievable player.
Larkin's unbelievable too. But what a pussy, man! Like some of the shit he was doing, like just all of them. Like Raymond, like after Siegenthaler took him out, he's like playing dead on the ice, and then he's screaming at someone from the bench. It's like, get the fuck up. Like stop being such a little bitch.
But how much fun would a playoff series be against Detroit?
Absolutely. Would we fucking hold up? Like Nico got blown up in the first minute, but he kind of puts himself in those vulnerable positions, man. He's a couple feet from the boards. He's a little bit off balance, and Comfort's not a big dude, so like, just you can't put yourself in that kind of position. And really
I
need to
agree.
see Timo go after him. I know Brad's not going to do it. Need to see
No.
Timo go after him, but that fired up Timo. We got angry Timo tonight.
And
Like,
when Timo plays again, the way he played in the first period, when he was
yeah.
angry, Timo, I think it was Sal that said it. He's almost unstoppable when he gets like that.
He's a force, man, and that's the guy we traded for. It's just like, he's so inconsistent like that. I want to see that game in and game out, man. He can wreck a game, and we need more of that from him.
I agree. And then after the Flyers game, they're staying home, which is good. They have actually after that, 4 in a row at home. Blue Jackets, Stars, Golden Knights. So when we get back from Buffalo, it's the Flyers, the Jackets, the Stars, and the Knights all at the Rock. So you can make up some ground here.
Home ice merchants, I'm fine with it. If we win all of our games at home, it's great. Then we only need to win like 8 on the road, and we'll have fucking 50 wins.
And if we get home ice in the playoffs, we're winning the Stanley Cup. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. There. Formula. There it is, right there. That's
lose at home.
But yeah, like if you look at the expected goals chart, like you're kind of, lines of exactly what you said. It kind of the expected goals crossover where Detroit kind of permanently takes over from our expected goal lead happens right about the middle of the second. And you could feel the tide turn. And we didn't really stack much of anything in the third period, but the end of that game, man, we were just getting fucking peppered.
Yeah,
I was worried. I was nervous. I was like, we're gonna fucking some of those scrambles.
That was like Brodeur shit, like 99 Brodeur shit, like those late game net mouth scrambles when the team in front of him wasn't that great and he was just pulling games out of his ass. That's what that was like at the end of that one.
He's, you know what makes me nervous about him is he just does not have an economy of motion. He's just like windmill arming in there. Yeah. And he's fucking all over the place. I'm just like, can you just.
Every time Jacob Markstrom is in goal, it's going to be an adventure. And we're going to have nights like tonight where we're like, wow, man, he was amazing tonight. He won the game for him. And then we're going to have nights where we're just like, can we just please send this guy to the ECHL? It's just how it's going to go.
I was doing one of these when he fell in the crease after coming by that. I was like, buddy, it's like, could you not do that? Please just stay in the fucking goal.
It never ends well when you do that.
He's just like, when he's flopping around, he flops forward, like he falls forward. It's just like, where are you going? And then there's a play in one of the power plays in the first where they'd missed a wide open net.
Yeah.
Where he was like 10 feet out of goal again. It's like,
it's funny because you texted, I was delayed on the game about 2 minutes. So
okay.
I'm about 2 minutes behind, and and so it's about, I said it probably had about a minute and a half left in the game, whatever. And you write, are we going to start? We're going to start after this shit, right? Now I'm thinking, fuck, they scored and we're going to overtime. This is what I'm thinking. I'm waiting, but you were talking about the scrum at the end. Yeah. And it took me, of course, about a minute and a half to figure that out. But I was so happy that I got that one wrong. I was like, oh no, I'm just waiting for it. You know how annoying that is for a minute?
I'm sorry.
For Detroit to score.
Are you using the Gotham app or were you just behind?
No, I was watching it at home. I was watching it on the MSJ.
1 second. I wanted to find this. So I think, man, I just hit a real high note there. You
did.
Jesus, what the hell is that? Can we fix that in post production?
Sure, of course. I'll make sure I put a note to the producer.
I think we've stumbled on something here with Luka Nemec.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they
like
were
that,
fucking, like that Philly game. It was what it was. Remember Ruff's old phrase. He was like, well, just go out and win the rest of the game. We sewered him for it. But it's kind of what you got to do. They were unbelievable in that third period against Florida. And in the probably first half of this game, it got a little ugly towards the end of this game. They both of them had some pretty questionable shit. But the two of them working the blue line in the offensive zone is just a thing of beauty. And on Timo's deflection goal, the reason why Nason was at the point taking that shot,
Right?
Nemec is in the fucking corner again. I was like, what do you? There he is again. It's like it's like surprise. It's Simon.
Yep.
I'm in the corner. Every time it looks down the boards. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, let's do this then.
They have no problem chipping in, but they play really good off each other. They really do, and I think that could be a very dynamic pairing moving forward.
Yeah, like I'm very encouraged by them. I'm a little concerned about Dougie Siegenthaler because they haven't looked great. I think maybe you kind of put Dougie back with Dylan. I don't know.
Do we have any information on Brett Pesci's return at all?
He started skating, I believe. So other than that, I don't know.
Tonight I missed him a lot. I thought about him a lot tonight.
Yeah, it's just and look, I wrote a blog where that a lot of people did not like my Dougie for O'Reilly suggestion, and it's an absolutely ridiculous suggestion. So I appreciate people calling me out.
I don't know about that.
It's just there's no reason Nashville would want Dougie if they're going in the right direction. But I could see Trotz being like, "Yeah, I'll take him. I love veterans." And Dougie being like, all right, I'll do no state taxes and get a mansion in Franklin, Tennessee. Why not?
But like you said, everybody on this team has a no trade clause, so we're probably not moving anybody.
Nah, nobody's moving. Speaking of guys that we need to get out of, man, this game would have been so fucking in the bag if Andre Palat could fucking score a goddamn goal.
Yep.
Like he had two clean opportunities. Like I'm not good at hockey anymore, and I would have finished both of those on fucking 40-year-old Cam Talbot. Like the goalie on my beer league team is younger than that fucking guy, and his inability to finish is preposterous. Like I bet Bobby's kid would put a better shot on him than he did on that breakaway.
Tonight was bad.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
I think at some point you have to say that this is a shell of the plot that he used to be.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. He probably should tie. He should tie. What is it? Hang it up. That's the word I'm looking for. He probably should hang it up. He's cooked. He can't even produce on the third line minutes. I mean, trade him, please. And look, he'll get traded somewhere, and he'll have a little, emergence,
score 25
goals, and we'll all be like, "Oh, bullshit! Why didn't you do that here?" But in the end, he's gonna just be this Andre.
We just need to get rid of that contract. Like that's the one that needs to go. Like, and if he's gonna play, he's not. I think our top six. Like, I really like the way that Timo, Nico, Brat line looks. Like they were fucking dominating.
Really starting to get some chemistry together.
Hang on.
And
what's No, go ahead. Keep talking.
No, I'm just. They're really starting to get a lot of good chemistry together, and it's extremely noticeable now. I mean, we were dogging on maybe something was wrong with Heischer. He's not really playing that well. Oh, he looks healthy now, even when he gets his head caved in on the dasher.
Yeah, man. I was so worried about that. I was like, I was too. Again. And then when Nemec fucking got that dirty little rabbit chop from fucking Sherratt, that motherfucker. Larkin's a crybaby.
They all
fuck those fucking little bitches. Like, honestly, at the end, do you know who I really fucking love too? Even though I was kind of shitting on him earlier, and he needs to get his play back together. Siegenthaler is such a little fucking dirty menace.
Yes, he is. He's a pain in the ass,
but the way he was just.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. Who did he threw someone to the ground and then was up, and then afterwards he was like just smiling at them. It was like,
and he was wailing on somebody, and he was wailing on him, and I mean, Siegenthaler's got some fight in him when you get him pissed. And for some reason, these two teams fucking hate each other, and I love it. I so hope that we get a playoff series down the road against these two. Just love to beat the crap out of them and beat them 4 times.
So that's 6 points in the last 4 games for Nico, 4 goals, 2 assists. Brat has 5 assists.
And what's
Sorry,
his 4 games?
six assists in his last 1, 2, 3, 5 games.
5 games.
Yeah, so that's working. He kind of fanned on another one tonight. Like the guy just doesn't score goals. It's fucking crazy to me. He should, like, when you're that good at hockey, like, you should score goals. His just
I
inability to
agree.
score goals is kind of frustrating, but he's still racking up assists. You know, he had 3 the other night. So, yeah, and that's 2 goals last 2 games for Timo. So, you know, and 3 points in his last 5. So,
I
all
thought,
3 of them together, and then we get Jack, Gritzik, and Mercer together, and I feel like that's our top 6.
and I think Mercer had a very good game tonight.
I do too.
Yeah, he got back to playing that, Mercer style. He's got to fight for everything. And when he does that, he's very noticeable on the ice and he's productive. But look, we've seen a lot of bad from this team the last couple of weeks, and I am not sold. Go out there and put some solid games together and start getting some points together and start getting back to how they played during that 8-game win streak. I know they don't have Jack. It's not going to happen, but you should beat St. Louis. You should coin flip against Buffalo. You got to get revenge against the Flyers. Coin flip against the Blue Jackets. Bring your best and you could beat the Stars, and beat the best. Bring your best and you could beat the Knights. And
I think they need to build their game up to those 2
Mhm.
games to then really kind of be back at an elite level. I think the Stars have been a little middling, but I think they're kind of back to normal. Vegas has been okay. Columbus, at last I looked, was getting the shit kicked out of them by the Cap. So I don't know what their deal is. They,
what was the score of
they
that
just
one?
they just signed Brendan Smith, so they're in a world of trouble.
The Blue Jackets signed Brendan Smith?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Severson and Brendan Smith?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Other good news, though, yeah, Caps won 5-1 against the Blues.
Panthers are killing the Preds 6-3.
Flyers lost. The Rangers barely beat the Blues.
God damn it.
They stink.
I know, but I still don't like them barely winning.
I know. I would have been so easy to lap, but they got outshot 21-20, so that's kind of funny. So yeah, we need to build this stuff back up. Having Glass back up, we just looked like a much more competitive team. Being at home, we looked much more competitive team. With Nico kind of rounding back into form the way he is. Brat and Timo. So we need this Timo. Like he's such an important cog. Like just the way he was playing tonight has got to be the way he shows up every game.
And Connor Brown, he brings such a good element. He had a great game tonight. Other than the fact that at the end, they just couldn't. They really just had no answer for Detroit. I mean, Detroit just kept on coming and coming. They were holding on for dear life, but they managed to bury their chances when they had them. They won the game. Mm-hmm. Now that's fine. It doesn't matter how you get the 2 points. Just get the 2 points. They didn't have to share it this time either.
That's what we kind of got to do now. Like it's not going to be pretty. They'll go over some video about this last period and a half about the failed clears, but they pulled it out. And that's all you can ask for. The other guy was kind of I thought looked pretty good. Again, simple, decent defensive game. He moves pretty well as Colton White. Like I don't ever want to see Cholowski again in my life.
I'm very happy with him. Like it's just solid, man. You're not, but he gets his shot through. He does have a sneaky little shot that he can get through, and he's very responsible defensively. I look, if you're not mentioning his name, then he's doing a good job, and I barely hear him. Forget he's on the team. So I'm very happy with him, which is that's huge. Having a guy that can come in, step in, and give you the minutes, and it's not sacrificing any production for it.
Yeah, and he can move over, play left and right. Like he's just so much better than Cholowski. Like it's I don't know why we were running out Cholowski for so many games. I still don't understand that move.
Well, I don't think that's happening again.
No, it absolutely can't.
But this is he'll get his shot until Pesci's ready, which hopefully like you said, will be hoping by Christmas. I mean, got to get him back by then. Hopefully Jack can be back soon after.
I have no idea what's wrong. Like, it was a broken arm, right?
With Pesci?
Yeah, I assume that's what it was, or a broken wrist.
Yeah, something with his hand or something. The Devils and their hands. But you think about it, if they can just get what they got going on now tightened up and playing solid hockey until the reinforcements come back, when Jack and Pesci and Kovacevic come back, this could be a really, really, really tough team to beat the second half of the season.
Yeah, they just need to hold it down right now, like we're fucking Islanders, man.
What did they win again?
No, they didn't play, but they're
Oh.
they're a point behind us.
Yeah.
They play
that's
one more
crazy.
game, but it's pretty funny. Yeah, the Metro's tight, man. 6 points separate first and last.
And that's why you got to start putting some winning streaks together. Start,
Yeah,
the
like, we need to build.
Devils are, I think, the second best team in that division, and they need to start playing like it.
Who do you start against the Blues?
Markstrom deserves the next start.
You go with him?
You got,
All right.
and then I would probably give Allen Friday and then Markstrom Saturday.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. The only reason I'd start Allen against the Blues is just because it's his old team. But fuck sentimentality. We need to fucking put together some wins.
Well, let me check something real quick. You could talk for a sec.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was encouraging to see Markstrom actually like not lose the game for us, I guess is the way to put it. I think he had 917 save percentage. I mean, he got absolutely peppered with shots.
Yes,
I just don't like how he's just swimming around back there, man. It makes me just so nervous. Every shot makes me so nervous. But
Markstrom is a very bad record against the Blues in his career. He's 5-10-2.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see what Allen is. And Jake Allen is 2-2-0 against the Blues, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know. At this point, just fucking pick one.
Yeah,
I don't really think there's that discernible of a difference between the two, particularly after the game that Allen just had against Philadelphia.
And Allen can sit for 10 games and get thrown in game 11 and give you a solid performance. And Markstrom needs to play. You need to get Markstrom back up to his standards. So I say throw him in. He played great for you tonight. Throw him in on Wednesday, and let's see how he does.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I wouldn't make any lineup changes. I don't think. Hopefully, I never see Lemico again.
No,
unless you
I'm
want
fine
to
with
put Lemico in for Glendening, but I don't see why you would do that.
Yeah, I have no issues with Glendening. Lemico just, see, Glendening was brought here to do just what he's doing. That's why I don't, Lemico wasn't. Lemico was brought here to, be a 3C. That was the original, I think, idea that Fitzgerald had with him until maybe he realized that was a terrible idea and signed Cody Glass last minute. But all right. Well, anything else you want to talk about tonight? Because I know
no. I think that's it.
Ace just started, so I just got his notification.
I'd like to see this team build on this more the first half of the game, less of the second half. Build up and be playing a good, solid game by the time Dallas and Vegas roll into town. I think that's got to be the plan. But also stack some wins here. We need to pick up some wins. Like we can't. This division's too tight.
Yeah, and the St. Louis game is huge. It's a team that you should beat. You have to go and beat them, and hopefully beat them convincingly. And I don't want any of this bullshit of just getting goalied because Binnington decides he wants to stand on his head all fucking night or whatever.
He's been so bad. We need to do the same thing they did tonight, where they just get traffic in front
of the net.
Traffic in front of the net. It's so simple.
Get the pucks through, traffic in front, and good things happen. I mean, I don't know if there's a better guy at tipping pucks in the league than Timo Meier. I mean, that tip was ridiculous.
That was outrageous.
And, so let's see, put it together, go out, beat them on Wednesday, and have a good Thanksgiving and come out and finish this holiday little run up. And hopefully we can get some reinforcements and start winning some game. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. He says Ace's liver will be happy tonight. So, all right. So, I'm going to go check out Ace's show, say hello for a little bit. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And we will be back probably on Wednesday.
Probably Wednesday. No, actually, I can't do Wednesday. I have a
Well,
family
then
thing.
maybe this might have to wait till after the holidays, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
So
I could honestly probably do Thanksgiving like night because we eat
yeah,
early.
I probably could too. So
I
all
don't know.
right,
We'll
well,
see.
maybe we'll do
We'll see.
Thanksgiving, and don't forget you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and Angel gets its wings for the Uncle Puckers. We'll see you when we see you.
Suck a dick, Valley.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
With the midget? What?